We all know that when a woman gets pregnant, a lot changes. Unfortunately, sometimes things also change at their job. In the United States, it's illegal to discriminate against a woman because she becomes pregnant. Discrimination can happen in many different forms. It may be that you've been pregnant for a couple months. You then decide to announce it to some of your friends at the company, and then things really start to change. And then you find yourself getting fired for an invalid reason. You suspect in your gut that the reason is because you're pregnant, because you've been at the company a long time and there's never been a problem with your performance. Other people have maybe done the same thing that they're now accusing you of doing, and they weren't fired for it. If the real reason that you're either being terminated or disciplined is because you're pregnant, even if your employer doesn't say so, that's illegal. It's also illegal if your employer will not accommodate you. Under federal and most states' laws, an employer must provide what's called a reasonable accommodation if you ask for it. So that might mean, in the case of a pregnant person, more bathroom breaks. It may be giving them a chair so they can get off their feet. These are the type of reasonable accommodations that are very common in the workplace. What's reasonable for one employer may not be the same for another employer. So it's important that you engage in an interactive process with your company. Hopefully they have a human resources department, and ask the type of things that would help you. It may be useful to get a note from your doctor to help support your request for a reasonable accommodation. If you're not getting the support that you need, it's important that you put in writing your complaint. That could be an email to human resources. It could be a letter to your boss. Follow the guidelines that are in your company's handbook, but be sure to keep a record showing that you're making a request for a reasonable accommodation, or you're complaining about what you think is somebody treating you differently because you're pregnant.